So Ben, this year you had the chance to spend brief time on board Celebrity Silhouette. I'd love to know what your initial thoughts and impressions are as a first-time cruiser. How did you find it?
I think I went with a lot of preconceptions of what a cruise was going to be, and I have to admit I was surprised. First of all, the scale of it, way bigger than I actually first envisaged. I thought there would be a sense of claustrophobia on board, that you wouldn't be able to get away, that there was a lot of crowding. And certainly on Silhouette, it's such a vast ship. What surprised me and made it even more enjoyable was that you could find your own little places. You could still have your own unique experience on board. You weren't having a shared experience with thousands of other people. What I really discovered was just how many different places you could take in a very short amount of time. What was really exciting was waking up in the morning and drawing your curtains, and suddenly you're in a totally new place. And you can have your breakfast on the deck at the back of the ship, overlooking some great beautiful city with a smouldering volcano beyond, or a bustling market below. But it's a little bit like walking out of your hotel door in the morning and returning in the evening to a very comfortable bed and a bath. I had a bath on my balcony. I don't even have that at home. Great luxuries, but you still get a chance to discover new places. I think cruise ships are a fantastic way to get from A to B. They're a great mode of transport.
If I was to say to you that you could go to any country or any area of the world on a ship, where would you like to visit as part of a cruise holiday?
Northern Europe really excites me, just because you're not really going to get to lots of those northern Russian points, or even in Scandinavia down the fjords. They're quite inaccessible really until you're in a boat. And a fjord, you have to be on a boat to really appreciate it. I've been lucky enough to visit some of the fjords up in Norway, and I've seen them from above, but I've never seen them from below. So the thought of being able to witness these geographical wonders from a ship really excites me.
What advice would you give to anyone who is selling a cruise holiday when it comes to talking about the destination? How important is the destination as part of the holiday experience?
I think if you're a tour operator, a travel agent, I think you need to know about those destinations. You need to be able to bring them alive, whether you've been to them or not. The joy of cruising is that you should be able to visit half the places you really wanted to go and half the places you hadn't ever thought about going. So if you can somehow find a package that combines, specifically, you can kind of break up destinations down to culture, geography, remoteness, people, literature, food. All of them have different elements that I think can be pulled out of them.
The new-to-cruise market is massive. It's the fastest growing sector of travel. What words of advice or tips would you give to anyone who's thinking about cruising and is thinking about the destinations they could visit?
Anyone who's new to cruising, who's looking for their first experience, I think you want to maximize your experience. So I would actually look for multiple destinations rather than perhaps some of the cruises that have a bit more time at sea, which might be more ship focused. Perhaps, think about maximizing those. So you were already saying there's a couple of 14-day cruises that take in 7 different countries. I mean, that's pretty extraordinary.
You're a family man, you have children. What were you pleasantly surprised about cruising when it came to going on holiday with the children? What were the advantages for you?
I think on a ship, there's so much to offer for the kids, whether it's the swimming pool, the kids' clubs, the variety of restaurants, even just playing in the lifts, for goodness sake. My kids would just love the spectacle of the whole place. And I think the fact that there's a spa, so mum can, I'm stereotyping now, but mum can go and have her massage, dad can go to the gym, the kids can go to the children's club, you can all meet for lunch and have lunch together. You can all do your own thing, but you can still be a family. I very much feel that a family holiday should be that. You should be together.